Welcome to Raptor Handling and Training. This video is about falconry based bird abatement on the blueberry farm. Before we get into the abatement part, let's talk about the farms and their harvest first. Larger blueberry farms will have multiple varieties of blueberries. Each variety ripens at a different time of the year, and each variety will have multiple picks. This buys the farmer more time to get all his crop picked before they go bad. But it also gives the birds more time to eat the fruit, and this usually overlaps with the time of the year when they are hatching eggs and raising young. My job gets more complicated during the reproductive season. The adult birds alter their behavior for reproduction. Young birds, after fledging, may not have the same defensive escape tactics as the adults. In respect to the European starling, their young are not very strong flyers for some time after they're fledged, so they will act more like a robin or a cedar waxwing and try to take refuge in the blueberry plants. To make things even more complicated, because they have such a limited experience in how to feed themselves, they are very strongly bonded to the blueberry farm if they find that as a food source. Once juvenile starlings fledge, they will seek out other juvenile starlings and form their own flocks. These juveniles are very ratty and not very strong on the wing, and they kind of find safety in numbers. They can be very destructive and difficult to control. Unlike European starling juveniles, which are very loud as they scream constantly for somebody to feed them, American robins rely on stealth to keep their young safe. They might nest right in the blueberry plants, and you could walk by them and not even know they're there because their instinct to be still and remain secretive is really strong. To their benefit, even a well-groomed blueberry plant is much denser than a grapevine and offers them a safe place to hide, or one that appears safe. In bird abatement, we fly a variety of raptors. These different species have different strengths and weaknesses, and in the blueberry season, it's more important than in any other contract I've worked to be able to purge birds out of the plants. During the blueberry season, when I recorded this video, the starlings were purged from the farm early in the season. I did have juvenile starlings that hung around, came and went, and were a problem, but the biggest obstacle I had to deal with was the robins, the blackbirds, and other birds that like to hide in the plants. Flying peregrines, prairies, barberries, they're bigger, faster, and they cover a lot of ground. They were able to hold the perimeter over the course of the contract and keep those adult starlings from moving in. Without large flocks for them to repel over the farm, I did a lot of lure stooping to maintain their fitness, their discipline, and keep them from expanding their territory. But what do we do about all those birds hiding in the plants? The solution is aplamados. These birds are highly trainable and can be flown in a variety of different ways. In this video, I'm flying this bird from the window of my truck. It's looking for single birds or flocks of birds that are in the rows. By working from the truck, we can cover a larger area and catch these birds that are feeding in the blueberries by surprise. Once they're aware that the aplamado is in the area, they'll either fly to safety of trees, or in the case of robins and blackbirds and the like, they will hide in the plants. So to assist the aplamado, I may get out and walk the rows and help stir up these birds and try to get them to move. Once the aplamado catches their movement, it will key in on them like a heat-seeking missile. To the observer, it may not seem like it, but the robins are actually feeding in a flock. When one robin is being pursued by an aplamado, even if the other robins can't see it happening, They'll hear the robin screaming its alarm call that it's in danger. This is very intimidating to the other robins. Aplamados are a lot of fun to fly on the farm. They're a very powerful tool in bird abatement, but their high intelligence and trainability can be a double-edged sword. I've seen them become sticky to the falconer to the point where they refuse to work and just follow the human around looking for a handout. So they require a lot of discipline. A great way to keep them focused on their job is flying them from the truck. Here I am lure stooping the aplamados, which is a great way to maintain fitness and discipline to the lure, but it's not nearly as effective as a means of abatement as having the birds actually chased by the aplamados. Here we're coming to the end of my day. I feel blessed to get to work outside and to work with these incredible animals. I enjoy the process of recording the videos, editing them, and sharing them with you. And I hope that you guys enjoy seeing what I create and seeing what I get to do.